Okay, so there's two types of videos when you're in the recruiting space. One is your best of highlight reel, and then the other type of video is playlists that are just updates, right? So you've got your best of, but then you might have an update of regionals. You might have an update of a particular tournament. You might have an update of the month of March, right? And you want to be able to send updates out because the whole goal is the highlight reel captures the attention of the coach. It starts the conversation, opens up the doors, you start a relationship. But what context and value can you show after that relationship starts? It's the same way you opened up the door to begin with. It is sending out value to the coaches, which is your video. It is highlights, right? So if you want to get on the whiteboard and you want to stay on the whiteboard of coaches, the best thing to do is to continue to show them value. Keep conversations going, showing them what you're doing on the field. That is the most important to them. Do you fit? Do you raise the bar? Do you raise the level in their program? Okay, whether it's field, court, whatever sport you're playing. Okay, so with that said, you need to have those two things. You need to first have a really, really strong highlight reel to start the conversations to any new recruiters you're talking to. But then on the other side, you also need to be able to, if they've already seen that highlight reel, and let's say over the course of a month or two, maybe you've updated it a little bit, right? So maybe we've added, maybe we just added this new highlight in at the end, right? We just added in a new highlight and then we want to move it up to, maybe it comes up here in highlight 5. Okay, your highlight reel is slowly improving and getting better. So new coaches that see that, or after 6 months or after a year, let's say after 6 months, it's better. So now you can send that new updated reel out to new recruiters and existing. But what if your highlight reel isn't really changing all that much, but you have some decent highlights that you want to share out, right? Because you want to stay in a relationship with the coach. You want to be showing context. You want to have a little edge over the competition of what the other athletes are not doing. What you do is you make a playlist. You don't have to touch your highlight reel. If a highlight or two makes it in there, that's great. But what you want to do, let me minimize myself here. You want to create other playlists, okay? So we just saw Siraj has this highlight reel, but additionally, he's got another playlist of just his offensive, a playlist of just his defensive. If coaches want to go in and see that, he can always tag those and keep updating those so they've always got the best. And then he can also have his create a separate playlist for him specifically. He did regional. So kind of the game plan we did for him is create a highlight reel so that he could send out videos to coaches and recruiters that were going to be at regionals, at MLS regionals, okay? Then once he was at MLS regionals, right? Once he was at MLS Next regionals, we then created a highlight video from that now he can share going into nationals. Okay, so some of those coaches that were there maybe didn't get to see him, or maybe they did. He can send a little snapshot, right? So we can click on this playlist and he can now share out this. So here's a highlight here of him. He's on the far side, just got the ball. This might be a little tight for you guys. Try to zoom it in a little bit. Beats the player on the outside, gets a shot. Okay? So is that going to make it into the highlight reel? Maybe not, but it's still an update of you showing what you did at regionals, right? So there's still some value there. Let's go down and look at another one. So here's another one here. Here he is. I'll show just a couple of these just so you guys can understand kind of the level of what you're looking for in these. Player receives it, he tracks him down, wins the ball, athletic move to stay forward. Okay, let's look at another one. He's on the far side. Try to zoom this in again. Another defensive play here. And shields it out for a corner. Okay, next one up. Oh, sorry, he was on the attack on that one. Yeah, he was on the attack on that one, so he won the corner there, and he knocked that other player down. This one I like, kind of 1v1, gets the cross right to his teammate. It's not able to pull it through, but it's so he's got some good highlights here. Okay, so this is what you're trying to do. No matter what sport you're in, you want to be able to create a playlist of different scenarios, whether it's per season, whether it's per month, whether it's from an actual tournament that you played in. That's really, really nice for you to be able to do that. So What allows him to do this is a couple things. He can easily connect all his content wherever it is from that tournament, whatever it is. He can easily connect that into his Sports Reels platform. The second thing is he can use our AI tools that will basically go in and track all of his moments and touches on the ball. And then let me show you what that looks like. So this is his playlist that I just showed you of all of his highlights from regionals, right? That he's now going to share to the upcoming nationals tournament, right? So he can update he's going to update coaches that were at regionals, okay? He's going to be able to follow up with them and say, hey, in case you missed it, here's some of my moments, blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, I'm glad we did get to connect at regionals. Just wanted to show you, you asked about seeing some more from me. Here's my highlights. And additionally, he's going to also share that out to coaches at nationals when he goes to nationals to buy some interest there, get the coaches hooked so that they come watch and play at nationals, start conversations and relationships there, right? Then once nationals is done, then we'll do the same thing, right? We'll make a video, highlights from him from nationals, and send that out to coaches before camps coming up for him, which right now would be coming up in the summer. Okay, so you guys see how this works, right? You just need a system that makes it easy for you to be able to manipulate everything and do all that and easily share it out. So that was his playlist that we just made for regionals, right? He just made for regionals. What he did was he went to his games. So here's his 4 games from regionals, okay, all viewable and public on his profile as well. So if we click into one of these, we'll click on this Arizona game here. Okay, that's just them setting up the camera in the beginning. But you can see you can see here with the AI tools will track all of your actions here in the game on the ball, right? So he's got 16. So then from those 16, these are with a quick review, you can see, okay, these make it into regionals, this makes it into regionals, and that's it. Now, he can also, if we deem this highlight, you can not only add it to your playlist for your regionals, right, from your regionals that you want to follow up with coaches, but you can also, if it's good enough, you could also add it into your main highlight reel, right? So you can add it into both. You can add it to any playlist you want, okay? And you can also add that into your main highlight reel. So these are kind of the tools that you want to be able to do, or just like the tools you want to have access to be able to not only be able to share out this full game from regionals and the coach be able to come in and see all your tags here, all your highlights, but also being able to update your highlight reel easily and share out that playlist of updates, right? The whole purpose of this video is to showcase how you can create a highlight reel from, or how you can create a playlist just like as an update. How do you get updates out to coaches? So I hope this video is super, super helpful. As with all of our profiles, now he's got his highlight reel. He's got his games he can share with his highlights apart. He can share out these playlists. He's going to be sharing this one out immediately. He can tag and filter all of his highlights. And then the other cool thing is you can add and connect your video in from anywhere. So these are the cool things that make it easy for him. Excited to see what happens in regionals and so on in nationals. But this, guys, is the process and is the way you should do it. And that's it. Follow us for more, and we'll try to get you guys honest. If you need help in any of your recruiting videos, let us know.